Okay, now let's look at this question. Okay, I know it's a little bit long, but first, when you see this kind of question, this question is under where you're not going to be allowed to use calculator. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, not going to be allowed. And also take note, when you are writing your exams, when you see if the symbol of calculator is cancelled like this, it's telling you that you cannot use calculator for that question. But if you see the symbol of calculator is open like this, that means that question you will be allowed to use calculator. Okay, so that's that for that. Okay, now for this question, it said a dinner was held to raise money for a children's museum. A ticket for one person costs $200, and a ticket for a couple, which is two people, costs $350. A total of 130 people attended the dinner, and the ticket sales total was $24,000. What is the total number of tickets that were sold? Very good. This question, you need to understand that this question is what? Is word problem, simultaneous word problem. Simultaneous word problem. So you must ensure to know how you have to break your question down into different stages where you're going to have your equation 1, equation 2, and then you kick off with what you need to do, and then finally then you'll be able to get the total number of the tickets that was sold. Okay, now if you want to start now, let's go. So the cost of, remember they said the cost of one person, the cost for one person is what? Is for that is the ticket for one person, the cost of one person is what? Is $200. And cost for couples for couples, which is 2 person, is what? Is $350. Remember, it is there in the question. So what do we need to do next? So now let's now go ahead and say what now? Let's now put them into what? Into variables. So let the number of one person, the number of one person, not one person attended, yeah, attended is what? Attended the dinner is X, be X. And then also let the number of couples attended dinner be what? Be Y. Good. So now you can see the way we're trying to break it down. We're trying to break it down into what? Steps. So you need to understand how to break this down into steps. And that's where you can be able to understand what you need to do next. So, and then remember, total number of people attended, total number of people attended is what? Is 130. 130 people. Remember, we have that in the question. Okay? So, but again, now you don't need to remember. Now, let's now try to create the first equation. So, remember they said what? The total number of people that are attended is what? Is 130. So, now let's try to create our first equation. For one person that attended is what? Is X plus the number of they said two people, which is what? Two people for the couple. So 2y equals to what? Total number of people is what? 130. This will be what? Equation 1. That's our equation 1. So, now let's go ahead. Remember, ticket sales. Ticket sales is equal to what? $24,000. Now, so what will be our equation 2? Remember they said what? For the cost of one person is 200, the couple is 350. So that will be what? 200x plus 350y equals to what? 2400. So this will result into what? Equation 2. But let's try. If you see this, we can reduce this so that will help us while we are solving. It will help us to, to be able to have a reduced digit. So if you see this 7 can divide all this. Yes. No, I must say sorry. 50 can divide all this. So let's go ahead. 50. Let's use 50 to reduce all this. So what would that give us? So we're going to have what? 4x plus 7y equals to what? 480. So that's still what our equation 2. Now let's try to bring our equation together. So for equation 1, we have what? We have x plus 2y equals to 130. Equation 1. 4x plus 7y equals to 480. That is what? Equation 2. So now let's use elimination method. So remember, elimination method will make you to what? You're going to use 4 to multiply this and use what? The coefficient of this one, which is 1, to multiply this. So if you do that, this will give us what? 4x plus 8y. So if you do that, let's do that. So this will give us 520. And then this will give us 4x, 7y equals to 480. Now what do? So let's subtract. So if you do that, this will give us 0. You subtract this. So you have 8 minus 7. That will give us y. And then this, if you subtract this, what you're going to have? This will give us 0, 12. That will give us what? 40. So our y is 40. So since our y is 40, what do? So you can just substitute that what? Substitute y is equals to 40 into equation. We can use either 1, we can use either 2. So let's use 1. So into equation 1. So and then we have what? X plus 2y equals to 130. So so we have what? X plus 2, our y is 40 equals to 130. So we have what? X equals to, so x equals to, this will give us 80 equals to what? 130. Remember, we're looking for x. So what do? You collect your like terms. So this will go to this side. So we have what? X is equals to what? 130 minus 80. So that means x is equals to what? 50. We are not done yet. Remember, the question says what? What is the total number of tickets that we are sold? How will you get that? So that means what? That would be what? X plus Y. So what is our X? 50. Our Y is what? 40. So that means 90 is the total number of what? Of tickets that were sold. So you can see that very interesting question. This is simultaneous equation. One of our classes, if you go to one of our videos on YouTube, Bankier Edu, that is our YouTube channel name, Bankier Edu. If you go there, we've solved a lot of simultaneous equation using substitution method, using elimination method, and in the couple, even your PSAT exam to be seeing simultaneous equation is one of the compulsory. You're going to see it like 2-3 times in your question. So you must understand how to be able to, use solve simultaneous question, either using elimination method or substitution method. So if you want to know more, ensure what you can do, subscribe, or you can have 2 months or 3 months classes with us. I'm going to try to break down a lot of things for you. Also remember, there's going to be exams for July, for August, and September for SAT students. This is the right time you need to start to learn so you can have a desired score, that will earn you scholarship. Thank you. Bye.